Kamala Harris calls out former President Joe Biden as she labeled him as reckless for trying to run for president again. President Trump is suing the New York Times for $15 billion, and new evidence presented by the FBI shows that the Charlie Kirk assassin admitted his guilt through text messages. We're going to go through all this, but real quick, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to keep yourself informed of what's really happening around us.
This is a remarkable turnaround for Kamala Harris, really a mea culpa. She is saying that Democrats made a big mistake by allowing Joe Biden to make the decision himself about running for president again. Here's what she writes. This is in an excerpt out this morning in The Atlantic. It's Joe and Jill's decision. We all said that like a mantra, as if we'd been hypnotized. Was it grace or was it recklessness? In retrospect, I think it was recklessness. The stakes were simply too high. This wasn't a choice that should have been left to an individual's ego, an individual's ambition.
You might recall that Joe Biden went on a media tour to essentially say that he and Kamala Harris made all of the decisions during their term, which meant that Harris inherited everything that was done during their 4-year stay in office. This includes Bidenomics, a wide open border, and the excuse that everything was Trump's fault. Which makes you question if the former president was bitter about being replaced by Kamala, and with her book coming out, it seems as if the feeling was mutual. They did not like each other that much. Harris admitted that she didn't like the Biden White House and that they basically helped her lose in last year's presidential election.
Harris expresses deep resentment towards the Biden White House. She says the president's advisors fed negative stories about her in the press, that they refused to defend her against attacks from Republicans, and that they never really gave her a chance to succeed as vice president.
Now don't get me wrong, they made a smart decision by having Biden step down from the race. The only problem was that they picked one of the worst choices in Harris. This was clear when she lost all swing states to President Trump. Speaking of the president, he's bringing a $15 billion lawsuit against the New York Times. In a post on Truth Social, here's what he said. Today I have the great honor of being a $15 billion defamation and libel lawsuit against the New York Times, one of the worst and most degenerate newspapers in the history of our country, becoming a virtual mouthpiece for the radical left Democrat Party. He also didn't appreciate that they actually endorsed Kamala Harris. The president takes these lawsuits very seriously, with outlets like ABC, CBS, and many others having to pay out millions of dollars due to poor and false reporting. Let's now talk about the suspect in Charlie Kirk's assassination. The FBI's Kash Patel says that they now have evidence that implicates Tyler Robinson as the shooter, with him admitting to shooting Kirk.
We've collected information where, through witness interviews from the FBI and local law enforcement, that he essentially admitted after the shooting and assassination of Charlie Kirk, the suspect admitted to it. Furthermore, the evidence and information will come out. I won't stylize the evidence. The Attorney General is absolutely right. We can't do that. But I will say what was found in terms of information, a text message exchange where the suspect specifically stated that he had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do that. And when he was asked why, he said some hatred cannot be negotiated with.
While I appreciate that the FBI is working this fast to get results, it still stings that political violence is being downplayed by Democrats. But again, I'm gonna leave that judgment to you. What are your thoughts on today's video? Before you go, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with everyone you know. Thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next one.